Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to the channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. So I'm gonna start up this video by saying a very big happy birthday to See the Dawn. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday to you, and this is my special shout out to you. Okay, so let's gist, because a lot has happened between last night and this morning in the Big Brother house. It's almost as if all the gist comes out in the night, like in the middle of the night. These people knows how to keep somebody awake. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, so where do I start? Okay, let me start from Erica, Laycon, and Kidwire. Have you guys noticed that Kidwire has become a loyal husband? Yes, I use the word husband because he's always there by Erica's side, marking territory. The same thing with Erica. We've seen that a lot. He doesn't like flirt the way he normally does. He's now more calm and all that. So that's a good improvement. And Erica also told Laycon, okay, at this point, I like Laycon a whole lot. But at this point, I just feel he's pushing it too much, because I understand Erica's position right now. She had to tell him, that what she has with Kidwire is no longer like just the way she thought it was, that it has developed way more than that, that she actually likes this guy and all. But Eric, what's his name? Laycon is still playing the pity card, trying to make her feel bad about it. I do not understand. Even going as far as discussing it with Tricky T and what's his name? Prince, talking about the fact that he doesn't understand whenever he's with Erica that Kidwire will come and hold her waist and kiss her neck. Like, guy, what is your problem? That is her man. I mean, you are the friend. Like, see, I've been in this kind of situation before. I'm not even going to talk about it. So I understand Erica, because Erica is almost very diplomatic, or almost so diplomatic, or maybe so diplomatic to a fault, because she doesn't want to hurt anybody, and that is what I feel is giving Laycon that chance to apply pressure on her, and that's not cool. For your friend, okay, fine, you've told her you like her, but making her to choose between her loyalty between the person she likes, like, it's not cool now. Laycon should just stop this ish he's doing, making a woman like, he should just stop it, because all I saw last night, it was so cringy to watch. I'm not gonna lie, it was so cringy to watch, like seeing him saying all those things. People of God, I tire. Now, moving on from Laycon and all his wahala and Kidwire and Erica, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Wathoni, Tolani Badge, V. Something happened last night. There was almost a bus. Yes, but to me, I think it was a very, very dry and unnecessary bus. See, in this life, you people, I hate it when people, this is your age, A is your age, and you're talking about B. Like, what? Okay, what caused issue yesterday night? Okay, Tolani Badge, V, and the rest, we are in the garden, their favorite gist spot, and they were also talking about Wathoni, yeah? And Wathoni was inside with Bright O, as usual. Bright O has a way of making them talk. Like, Bright O is not your average gossiper. He I don't know, he just does it so effortlessly that they keep spilling to him. So she was now talking about it, talked about the whole situation with V and Tolani Badge moving her out of her bed. The bed issue again. So as they were talking now, in comes Neo and V, and that was how ish started. Then the next thing, Wathoni and V started exchanging words concerning the bed. And the next thing, V said that Wathoni is not okay, that she is mad, that she's acting like a mad woman. She started, V just brought her the worry in her. If you're a Yoruba person, she just started acting like, I'm like, oh my goodness, is it the same V like that I used to liken to Kafi? No, Kafi will not act like this now. No, Babes just stood up. Oh, I'm telling you. She was like, now what? I don't even know how to describe it. She called her Olodo. She called her different names. I'm like, At some point, she actually moved to Wathoni's bedside. If Wathoni wasn't a person that is, Wathoni says an only child, yeah? So she's basically that person that if she gets angry, she tears up. You understand? Like she starts crying. She looks like that. And she doesn't really know how to exchange words with people. And if she wasn't like that, let's say Wathoni was somebody that acts like Katrina. Let's just say like that, like Wathoni was Katrina. For an instance, just imagine that Wathoni was somebody like Katrina now. And V did what she did last night and moved to her bed. Don't you think that would have been like a physical fight? Because V actually moved from her bed with Neo and moved to Wathoni's bed, and I'm like, because even if it's me, like, you ain't gonna talk down on me as if I'm a child, And Wathoni covered her face and started humming, and V stormed out and started, complaining about it. And also was like, that you should know that's how Wathoni is sometimes. That even today that Wathoni had an issue with her, because I think when they shared the chores and she raised her hand that she would do the rooms or something like that. And when Ozo came, he picked Erica, and Wathoni was not cool with it. He said that she was the one that raised her hand first, and later they kind of resolved it, And Vic said something. She said, because Ozo told her, I hope you do not raise your voice. You don't have to raise your voice and all that. And V said something. She said that she wanted to talk to her like a human being, and she doesn't want to hear. Now she had to talk to her as if she's an animal. I'm like, nah. Like, I know you're angry. I get it. But talking down on somebody because you feel, I feel this whole thing that happened with Wathoni and V, and the fact that V talked to Wathoni like that, I feel is just because of see finish. When you see somebody finish. And again, because earlier in the game, Katrina, the one that left, had an issue. Remember that time she had an issue with Wathoni, and Wathoni went and cried, and when Ebuka asked, and she said it's because she felt defeated. So because of that, I told you guys that day that she wouldn't have even said that. Even if you felt what kind of way, you would have just said, you remembered your daughter or your son, that's why you cried, and that's all. Because human beings, you are in a competition, they will use whatever it is they feel is your weakness against you. Yeah, because V kind of preyed on Wathoni last night. I know Wathoni asked somehow. I know. I feel she just acts somehow. Maybe because she's an only child. I don't know. I know she acts somehow. I know she has her own cray in her head. I know she can be somebody that bears grudges and appears all sweet outside. Yeah, I know. But last night, I'm going to say that I saw it. V really didn't have to. But she felt, what will Wathoni do? Can V actually try that stuff with Katrina or with Lucy or with Dorothy? Like talk down on her like that? Or even with Nengi? Or Tolani? Like, I don't know if you get what I mean, but it was just a dry because of bed. Okay, we thought you were not comfortable in that bed, so we asked you to move here. And this one say you people forcefully move me out of bed. Well, just say it's because of man. Just say it, and that man is Prince. All of you are there beefing because of man. Wathoni is beefing Nengi and Tolani Badge. Okay, Tolani Badge is beefing Wathoni, and Wathoni is beefing Nengi because of who? Because of man, Prince. At some point it was Erica and Wathoni, but I think because Oga Kidwire has said it has got to be Erica all the way. So every other person is not visible to him anymore. So they are now beefing because of man. In fact, that is the prevalent or the relevant triangle now, or the square. Because now Prince likes Nengi, obviously. Even a blind man can see that. Tolani Badge is still forcing herself on Prince. Prince said, Madam, let's just be friends. She said, we cannot be friends. It's either we are in a relationship or we are not going to be talking to each other again. What kind of ultimatum is that? Like, that's Tolani Badge is pissing me off right now. Like, I don't like it when women are like that. I know I'm all about women shooting their shots. That's what they call it. Women knowing what they want. But because a man said, what, I am not interested in you, let's just be friends. Must you give him an ultimatum? I don't know. Maybe it's just my thinking. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Because this whole Watoni thing, tomorrow they will still fight because of spoon. I'm telling you, tomorrow, because, okay, Watoni was complaining to Bright O that Tolani Bad cooked rice and she wanted some of the rice and she did not give her, at the end of the day, wasted rice. You see? That one is because of what? Rice. Is rice the real issue? No. The underlying issue they are having is what? Prince. And Prince himself is there gloating because different women are fighting for over him. So who am I? Whom am I not to gloat? Because if it's me and different guys are fighting over me and I'm not even there for a relationship and my heart is somewhere else, whom am I not to gloat? Okay, so moving on, let's talk about, before I go into the Nengi and OZO conversation, let's talk about Dorothy and Lucy's conversation. So after the whole drama practice last night, Lucy, or during the drama practice let's start from the beginning. So Lucy went to Trikiti. And so there was this part where Neo, who is an actor in the movie, and what's her name, Erica, were supposed to talk about them eloping because they were in love in the drama and they wanted to elope. So Neo was the one that suggested it in the drama, like he was one that said, "Oh babe, let's elope," and something like that. And what's her name, Lucy, came to Trikiti and said, "Oh Trikiti, oh, I don't think it's a good idea where if the guy suggests it because it will look somehow, you know, as if the guy wants to take her against her will and something like that. Let the girl suggest it." That's Erica. And after much back and forth, they said no, that let the guy be the one to suggest. And Lucy was like, "Oh, as always, you people don't want to take my advice nor my suggestion." Because also earlier in the day when they were having their talks, I think there were names. I think that's what caused the whole why the praise pick Nengi and all that. You know, Lucy has always felt that even when she was head of house, she has always felt like the house did not want to pick her opinion or, you know, care about her suggestion and all that. So she and Dorothy had a chat about it, and she kept saying, and Dorothy was like, "You know what? Before you just stop feeling that kind of way." And I feel it's almost the same thing Prince told her. Stop taking things too personal. See, Dorothy is a smart woman. You listen to her conversations. She might be all, you know, loud and all that. She's not even that loud anyways. You know, she told her, you know what, before you start feeling that way, why don't you just stop feeling attacked and just have a proper conversation? Because that conversation you're talking about now would have gone another route if you actually took another means of approach, you know, to this whole thing. You know, she actually tried talking sense into Lucy, and I sincerely hope that Lucy hears, because Dorothy did not say, "Oh, because you're my friend that I'm going to support you because of what you didn't know." Dorothy actually spilled some truth, even though she did that with respect and all that. So moving on, let's talk about Eric. Eric does not know what is going on. Eric doesn't know what is going on at all. Oh, okay. Eric and the guys, they were there, they were talking, they talked about Lilo. Brighto and the rest said, "Oh, that Lilo is the smartest girl in the house. She's the most intelligent girl in the house," you know. And Eric said, yeah, that Lilo is very smart. That at some point, that Lilo actually made him feel kind of as if he's an olodo, low key, as if he's not that smart, low key, and all that, because, you know, she's always the smart one in their midst, with, of course, part of the couple that is the smart one, you know, and that he really, really likes her, and that he hopes that, you know, Lilo will wait for him outside as she has gone out, and he will wait for Lilo. And some of them, I don't know who said, he said that, "Oh, Lilo will be his biggest fan right now." I'm like, hey. I laugh in Swahili. Lilo, the Lilo that said you took advantage of her, the Lilo that said that when she's alone she thinks properly, and when she's with you she does not think properly, the Lilo that said she has moved on and made up with her boyfriend, and you are just a distraction. Hey, now, hey, when Harry comes out, he go rugged. He will have a root shock. Hey, why can't I hold my laughter, people of God? This is funny now. Hi, when I heard it, I'm like, oh, you don't know where it's going now. You really didn't. Hi, why am I having like this? Okay, is it stop. But this is actually, oh, okay, okay. But this is actually funny. Hi, Eric. The Lord is your muscle. The Lord is your strength. Don't worry. Hi. Okay, moving on from Eric. Let's talk about the late night conversation with Ozo and Nengi. Yeah. This conversation, I've been waiting for it, seriously. So from the conversation, I'm just gonna give you a summary. At some point, Nengi expressed her displeasure over Ozo because of the way he acted, that he went one straight week without talking to her, and she said that's not how you treat a friend, that she doesn't even think that Ozo is a friend, and she said there was no situation between she and Ozo, and she said that in this house, she doesn't want to get into any relationship, and Ozo was like, who wants to date you? And she was like, you obviously, like, you started catching feelings. He was like, catching feelings, what? And she was like, but, after the whole truth and dare thing, and you stopped talking to me, that's the height of catching feelings. And he just did not know what to say. Like, cat got his tongue. But at the end of the day, Sha also now talked about the fact that, that he shouldn't have said that she is his spec, because that's the whole thing that snowballed into all the ish they're having right now, which I kind of agree with him. I agree with him because he made that mistake. Also started this whole thing, and the whole house contributed. I'm not even the whole watoni. All of them were just on his, breathing down on his neck, like, that both of you are gonna make a good match, just like they wanted to do with Erica and Eric, but those ones did not let them, And also, one thing Nengi said, that they are not in any situation, they are not in any whatever, So yeah, Nengi is also right. Like, guy, we're not dating. So I feel this whole thing is just them misunderstanding themselves. Not really coming out to say, this is what I want. I think every two matured adults should be able to say, okay, fine, at some point, let's discuss this. Because even as Nengi said, she said, we never actually discussed about feelings and all that, So yeah, I feel, just like Nengi said, they are friends, that she's close to all the guys in the house, so also there's no point for him to catch feelings that, she's not ready. She said it repeatedly a lot of times, So I from this point on, after this conversation, I just hope Ozo listens. At this point, she has come out to tell you, we are not an item, and I think Ozo also had like this. I think, okay, first of all, Neo should just butt out of their relationship right now. Yeah, I think Neo should, because he's the one promoting this whole Nengi wants to be with you, blah blah blah, and this. First, that's number one. Number two, Ozo has got to make a stand as a man. This girl has told you, I'm not ready for a relationship. It's either you just understand that and move on and stop pressing on that, just stop applying pressure. And Nengi too has come out to say, okay, you know what, I can't date anybody and all that. So yeah, at the end of the day, they should just see each other as friends, and that's it, and the housemates too should not be giving them weird looks like that. Like, I don't understand. Maybe now they are not doing that. So I just feel like at the end of the day, this conversation is needed, even though their conversation used to do somehow, but I feel it's needed. I feel Ozo should now wake up and realize you can be friends with her, but she doesn't want to date you. And she's close to Prince, as she has told Prince too, I don't want to date you. So let everybody rest this issue, because if they, I'm telling you, if they continue this issue again, it's gonna be pissing me off. Seriously, it's gonna be pissing me off. Everybody should just go and know their stand. I'm not dating you. You are not dating me. We can't date in this house. We are just friends. Shekina, period. That's it, people of God. That's it. That's it. And I know Nengi can give people mixed signals. I think that's where my own age with her is. She can give people mixed signals. But when people tell you stuff, I believe I'm that kind of person that believes when somebody tells you something and you've seen that person act that way, when people show you who they are, you better believe them that first instance. She has come out to tell you, we are not in love, we are not dating, and you two have concurred that we can't date. Let them just move on and be friends, and everybody in the Big Brother house. So let's face the whole square or the entanglement that is happening between what's the name, Prince, Watoni, Nengi, and Tolani Badge. So Leah, let's just rest from all the entanglement and this whole thing that Laycon'S is doing right now. I don't even understand. Anyways, people of God, that's it from me. Thank you so very much for being part of my channel. If you've not already subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Till I come your way again, I remain your girl, Azine Williams. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Bye, guys.